This is John Paul Rye. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, today covering the Free Britney movement. And this is interesting because two congressmen are getting involved. It's called Two Congressmen Push for Review of Conservatorships After Britney Spears Doc, meaning her documentary. So let's take a look. And by the way, this here is a nonpartisan issue basically. They happen to be Republicans, but I'm not going to get into any of their political stuff, just this issue specifically. Two Republican officials known for backing former President Donald Trump are pivoting their efforts to the Free Britney movement. Now, they mention Donald Trump for no reason. I think the reason is Trump is a controversial figure, so once you mention him off in the very beginning, some people keep reading. Whether you love him or hate him, you know, he's got a big spotlight on him. But it's got nothing to do with him. Okay. U.S. Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida is teaming up with House Judiciary Ranking Member Jim Jordan of Ohio to push for the House Judiciary Committee to review and examine the plight of Americans trapped unjustly in conservatorships, according to a press release from Gaetz' office issued Tuesday, March 9th. So, what happened was, basically, Matt Gaetz here saw a documentary by the New York Times on Britney Spears. Now they say here, allegedly abusive, and that kind of fits in the things I talk about here on the channel, the Marilyn Manson case, the Johnny Depp case, and you could say that Britney Spears in a way is being abused by the law and also by the people keeping her under this guardianship. Jamie Spears has diligently and professionally carried out his duties as one of Britney's conservators, and his love for his daughter and dedication to protecting her is clearly apparent to the court. But a lot of people say, you know, she could perform, she could go out and make millions, but she can't use those millions? And her father's protecting her? If he was protecting her, how about let's just live a happy life as a family? Hypothetically, because it's not like your father has to live with you at that age. But anyway, and just be happy. Give up your work, take up painting, take up fishing, and keep your mind off the world and the craziness in it. But instead, why don't you go out and dance around in skimpy clothes, make millions, sell albums, and then come home and stay home and let me control the money? It seems a little fishy to me. If the conservatorship process can rip the agency from a woman who was in the prime of her life and one of the most powerful pop stars in the world, imagine what it can do to people who are less powerful and have less of a voice. I've heard the story of those people in Florida, and I'm concerned about access to due process for awards, Gaetz said in the release, and I think Gaetz is doing a good thing here. This is a common sense issue. We should double check these conservatorships and make sure the people really, really can't take care of themselves before we just give them away too easily. Gaetz and Jordan penned a letter to Gerald L. Nadler, the chairman of the House Committee on the Judiciary. Okay, so let's take a look at what Matt wrote, or Mr. Congressman, or Mr. Gaetz, whichever you prefer to call him. In recent years, there has been a growing public concern about the use of conservatorships to effectively deprive individuals of personal freedoms at the behest of others through the manipulation of the courts. A project funded by the U.S. Department of Justice to examine conservator exploitation found financial exploitation by conservators often goes unchecked by courts, and there is a dire need for guardianship conservatorship reform. Yeah, so, like I said, this is a good thing. It seems like Gaetz here is in the Free Britney movement officially. Some people come around here and ask me what that is. Well, it's kind of like Justice for Johnny Depp, except it's Britney fans who are calling out not Amber Heard, but Britney Spears' father. So if you can imagine, to them, this would be like a congressman or woman, you know, holding up a Justice for Johnny sign in Congress or something like that. So I think we'd be pretty damn happy about that. So I'm happy about this. I'm just not as invested as I am in the Johnny case. I'm getting a little bit more invested, but I could see right now that this is a pretty positive thing. So, like I said, Matt Gaetz is a Republican, but it shouldn't matter to you. Whether you like the Democrats or the Republicans, this here is pretty much a nonpartisan issue that helps everybody. So I'm going to say it's a good thing he's doing. You guys let me know what you think down below. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. Covering this Britney movement once in a while. Little Meghan Markle only when it's important with her. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, pop culture. If you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.